Tadi nanti mungkin diingatkan saja ya Bapak, kalau
Ya,
saya terlalu panjang,
ya,
karena biasanya
ngelantur.
ini juga jadwal UTS kali ini Bapak.
Oke, UTS ya.
Di ekonomi mulai UTS.
Oh iya, di tempat saya juga sih.
Oh, sama.
Cuman kalau model saya di sosiologi UGM ya, itu jarang sekali yang pakai ujian, tapi bentuknya kan selalu paper review gitu. Jadi relatif nggak terikat jadwal, cuma dikasih deadline aja.
Oh. Ya kalau di ekonomi kan memang ini terjadwal 2 minggu
Ya,
ini gitu, bebas boleh sesuai.
Kalau kayak akuntansi ya harus ujian.
Iya. Kalau saya ngajar matematika gitu ya harus. Gimana?
Jenengan di departemen apa? Di
ekonomi Pak, ilmu ekonomi studi pembangunan.
Oh, malah yang ilmu ekonomi. Oke, sekarang kayaknya sudah ya, kita mulai. Good morning everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to our summer course. This is our 4th day after 3 days in a row last week, and then we had a break during the weekend, and then we continue another 3 days starting from today. Yes, as we know that this summer course is co-organized by the Faculty of Social and Political Sciences of Universitas 11 Maret at Surakarta or Solo, in collaboration with Pusat Studi Sosial Asia Tenggara of Gajah Mada University in Jogja. And today, my name is Falik Isbah. You can call me Pak Falik or Mas Falik. I will be in charge in facilitating our summer course for the whole day, from 9 to 12 today. And we will have 3 programs today. The first will be a lecture by Pak Putra Pamungkas on financial technology and inclusive finance. And the second will be by myself on employment and the fate of workers in the digital era. And the last session will be group discussion on digital economy. Well, let's start for our first program of this, our first session of today will be delivered by Pak Pungkas on Fintech and inclusive finance. But before that, let me introduce you who is Pak Pungkas. His full name is Dr. Putra Pamungkas. Oh, should be called Pak Putra. Pak Putra Pamungkas is the director of UNS Fintech and Banking Center. He obtained his PhD and Masters from University. I can't read correctly. It's in French. Université de Limoges, France. He is in charge of managing editor for the International Journal of Trade and Global Markets. And also another journal called the Bulletin of Fintech and Digital Economy, published by UNS. In daily, Pak Pungkas teach microeconomics, macroeconomics, applied econometrics, international economic and finance at the Faculty of Economic and Businesses belong to Universitas 11 Maret. And currently he received matching research grant from University Malaysia Sarawak, titled the research project titled is the impact of COVID-19 on financial stability and recovery part. So without further ado, I would like to invite Pak Putra Pamungkas to start the lecture, and Pak Putra, we will have 1 hour in total. So it is good to spend about 30 minutes for the lecture and another 30 minutes for the discussion with the participant. Time is yours, Pak Pamungkas. Pak Putra, sorry Pak Pamungkas.
Yes, thank you very much for the kind introduction, Pak Palik. Thanks for having me here in the very prestigious event, DIG Asia, we call. Also, I would like to thanks to Dr. Yu Yun for this opportunity, having me here in this very nice event and share about our center recent research about this fintech and inclusive finance. Can you see my screen? I hope you can see my screen right now. So I would like to share. Okay, yeah, this is this lecture I will deliver about this development of fintech and also how fintech can affect this inclusive finance. So basically, we will discuss about how the fintechs can shape the inclusive finance, how fintechs right now is developing and emerging, and how a fintech create a lot of news, kind of the news in Indonesia. It's controversial also, and also how really a fintech can help society to get the inclusive and exposure of finance itself and bankings. So basically, fintechs is the challenge of really the incumbent of our industry right now. It is a banks. So fintech and banks. What do we know until right now? So basically, the interaction, the collaboration between the technology and finance, it is not really new right now. So for the first time, we can see there is a trans-Atlantic cable that really can, kind of send digital data and also including the financial statement, financial data across Atlantic. So that is the first phase of the interaction between the technology and also finance. So we can see for the phase 2, for the next step is it was introduced with the ATM, this automatic teller machine that you can really draw your money by doing, input your PIN and also by entering your card, and you can take your money. That is the phase 2 of the interaction between the finance and technology. So, and also for the phase 3, for the step 3, the interaction between the finance and also the technology, you can now see you can have a transaction by your phone, you can transfer by your phone, and you can basically also replace your card by phone. That's phase 3. And right now in this 2020, I think start 2018 and 20 until right now 2021. Now we can see that banks change and also fintechs emerge. So a fintech can really replace the intermediary function of the bank. So basically, right now you might see later on, but be forecast that maybe the technological industry, the technological company can have the license to do bank. So basically, now is we call it industry bank, industry 4.0. We also have a banks 4.0. It means that bank is not necessary right now, but doing banking is necessary. I mean that the physical things about the banks right now is not really necessary, because you can open your account, you can open, you can do transaction between countries, between regions by doing it on your phone. So it is really easy. So it is now is the we are now in the phase 4. So basically, the interaction between the technology and also the finance and also the bank is not really new, but with the emerge of fintech, it is really challenging right now, because this is with questioning the function of intermediary between the banks. Basically, fintechs present right now here to eliminate the barrier between the investors, or the one who have more money, and the one who needs money without any without any institution, or without any institution between those two. So basically, you can see who will or uh, uh, who who will receive your money, and also who will receive the money from the investor. So basically, this is now the eliminate the barriers. So there is no, we call it misinformation and also asymmetric information. So you know where your money goes, and also you can basically differentiate your portfolio, and we do not need any managers from the banks anymore. So that's kind of a new models in finance, so eliminating the barriers and in intermediary function. So fintech, I call it friends or foe. This is really a point of where fintech can be friend and also can be foe. So let's take a look several literature that also developed recently, that basically fintech could boost the financial stability, but it also can really reduce the financial stability in these cases, because right now in many countries, and also including Indonesia, the regulation of fintech itself is not really ready, and it is not it is need a lot of times to to develop and also to discuss before it can be a real regulation. So basically, right now in Indonesia, and also in UK and in several countries, the fintech regulation is based on the regulatory sandbox on so this is the effect of regulatory sandbox on the financial stability and also stability of the financial institution. So basically, what is regulatory sandbox? It is how the authority, in this case in Indonesia we call it Financial Services Authority, or OJK, if you were aware. So basically there is no an act or an official regulation from the government that really can regulate the fintech. It is really different between the banks. Banks is really highly regulated industry in the world. So this is how fintech versus bank is not really face to face, or not really apple to apple right now. So basically, the regulator try to see and try to catch up, running together with the technological enhancements, the technological development that really fast right now. You can see the news that if the regulator close some of the platform of fintechs, they can open again and open again with a different website, something like that. So basically, this is how regulator try to catch up with the technological advancement in financial. So we create, or the regulator create the sandbox. It is adopted from the United Kingdom regulatory of the financial institution also. So it is basically the place that fintech can be tested, can be investigate, and also can be really how fintech platform could really comply with the regulation. So basically, in Indonesia, if you are aware, we have a two regulatory a body that can regulate a fintech. So I will later on go to the type of the fintech. So basically, the fintech that relate to the lending, that relate to the a banking activity. So it would be it would be regulated by the OJK, or the Financial Service Authority of Indonesia. And also for the payment system, it is also called fintech. It's like you can see, you can pay by QR code, you can have a GoPay, OVO, and also Shopee Pay, Dana, and etc. It will be regulated by the Central Bank of Indonesia, or Bank Indonesia. So we have a two different body that regulate the fintech based on the type of the fintech itself. So the emerge of the fintech, the development of the fintech is also related to the development and advancement of the internet and smartphone penetration in Indonesia. It is based on the report of the McKinsey in 2018. So basically, right now we have around 265 million population, plus and minus, but our internet users is really half of more than half of it. It's 133 million internet users, and most of it are active in social media. So they are social media users. So they are really know how to use social media. So they are digitally literate. So, but we have also the data that 178 million unique mobile users. So they have mobile user, and they use the mobile a handphone, a phone, smartphone, to help their activity, including financial activities. So what we are discussing here is the fintech and inclusive finance. So basically, finance, more specifically, technological-based financial innovation, such as the payment and electronic money, financings, should really play a key or developmental role in empowering the poor and reducing their vulnerability. Right. So a set of innovation have been implemented to reach out the poor, especially also for the micro small enterprises. So this though has had a little impact on the very smallest business. So we have a research that really that I will go later on after this slide, that really how adoption of digital technology and financial digital services could help the micro small enterprise sustain, and also can face this COVID-19 pandemic right in this right now situations. So the mobile revolution, we call it, is opens up a set of possibility for innovation in delivery mechanism for financial services and transaction for the poor. So basically, the fintech really could help could help the poor and also the micro small enterprise to be or to receive the exposure of finance, and it is we can call it this inclusive of finance. So this is several types of the financial technology that we have, especially in Indonesia. So we have the financing models. This is called the crowdfunding lending, or peer-to-peer lending, or online direct lending. We have a really successful story from the startup industry and etc. Modalku and Amarta. So this is also called crowdfunding, where one project can be funded by several investors, or several people that have more money and want to invest in peer-to-peer lending. So this crowdfunding is also adopted by kitabisa.com and Wujudkan. It is also but with the different project, the charity and also the social project. But for the finance, for this investor Modalku, it is for the business projects. So we have also fintech in payment and electronic money. We have used it a lot, especially for the young generation, the famous GoPay and OVO. And also we have also the investment. Right now we can easily invest your money by not doing in the bank, but just do it, just use your smartphone. It's called it. We have a Barexa, Bibit, and Xdana. You have a lot of startup in kind of the investment right now. As you know, we have also several startup that really successful in this type of the financial technology. We have also the financial advisor planner. Now we have the online financial advisor. So we can basically talk to the robot. So it's called the financial Q. So if you have any problem with your the debt, with the anything, the problem that can, or you can have a plan to to buy something that really have a huge amount of money, so you can consult with the financial group. So we have also financial aggregator, so also financial research. So these are the basically the type of the financial technology that really I can say is our business activity and also life activity. So you might use one of them as your daily application in your phones, so in your smartphone. So it is we have some empirical evidence related to the topic of peer-to-peer lending. So I will focus on peer-to-peer lending and also for the adoption of digital technology after this. So we find interesting result in the literature right now that really interesting to me, at least. Basically the peer-to-peer lending is like the peer-to-peer platform, as I mentioned it before, is like a banks, but run different ways. Basically the platform itself is as a banks, as a marketplace. It is as a marketplace. So basically the one who need money can post their project in the platforms, and also the one who have more money, they can invest and they can see the one who wants who the ones that he can or she can invest in several. So it's basically like a marketplace. It is the market or the place or the meeting point between the investor and the one who need the money. So basically we have an interesting result in peer-to-peer lending study. So that's in university reputation matters. This is the study recently finance research letter. So basically, this is they use the renrendai.com. It's this famous platform in China. So this research find that the easier borrower who graduate from project 211 is the university of we call it in top ranking university. So so the one who graduate from the top university, it is easier for them to obtain requested loans and have higher fraction of listing funded and at the end of the fund raising period. So basically, if you are graduated from the top ranking university and you ask for money from the peer-to-peer lending, it is easier for you to get the fund or to get fully funded. So the second one is, does social capital matters for peer-to-peer lending? So basically, they use the Lending Club US is also one of the platform of peer-to-peer lending. So they find that social capital can affect both borrower and lenders. So basically, if you have kind of a higher social capital means that you have Here in this paper, you have a kind of support, or you have a lot of followers in the social media, and you are the one who works in the NGO, works in the famous industries or famous companies. So basically, you will have easier to get funded from the peer-to-peer lending platforms. So it's also a general gap in the peer-to-peer lending is also interesting topics, and also emerge in the peer-to-peer lending literature. So again, they use a Chinese platform. So lending to female borrowers is associated with a better loan performance, including a lower probability of default, and a higher expected profit, and also lower expected loss than for their male peers. So basically, this find that if you are female, you basically you are most likely have a better loan performance, and also a lower probability of default. So basically, if you are the investor in peer-to-peer lending, you want to invest your money in the peer-to-peer lending, you just choose the female borrowers at their male peers. So in China, they find it that female will have better loan performance, and also lower probability of default. It means that they will pay back your money plus the interest rate. So the second one is the next one is the role of appearance, attractiveness, and also loan amount in peer-to-peer lending. So they find that the borrower's appearance attractiveness will be modulating the lender's risk perception in peer-to-peer lending, because of the lenders are more tolerant when attractive borrower default, and because attractive females may convey more trustworthy impression according to the theory of perceived risk. It means that borrowers, if you are attractive in your photos application.
That's fine.
Sorry, so if you are for example, I'm sorry, if you are beautiful, if you're a good looking at say let's say like that, so it will attract the investors, and because the investors see a thing that the look a better look people will have a more trustworthy impression to there. So it will be get more funding if you're good looking. So this is really interesting things that we can see here. And also we can see the venture capital certification, and also customer response. So basically, if the platform is receiving the money from capital venture means it is a big company that really or it is the big company that receive the grant or receive the money from the investors. So you got venture capital. So if the platform receive uh, the money from the capital or venture capital, so basically it is gain more confidence and also trustworthiness from the investor, and also from the lenders, if your platform receives this kind of a venture capital certification. So they find that the amount of loan facilitated and the number of lender increased significantly by 25.7%, and also 49.3% respectively, immediately after the announcement of peer-to-peer lending obtained the venture capital investment. It's really happened also in Indonesia. So when the Bukalapak and Gojek received the venture capital, the money from the venture capital, the investment from outside the country, they grow faster and also grow bigger. So in Indonesia, we have also studied in our research center also that we find that riskiness level of peer-to-peer lending in Indonesia is still high right now, reflected by the high interest rate that they offer. So the challenge and opportunity, I will maybe try to uh, share my for 5 minutes. Okay, so just 5 minutes. I will share a little bit what we are doing in our research center in ONS Fintech centers. So basically, we do the adoption of digital technology for micro small business enterprise. So we find that it is also already published. So we find that basically the small medium enterprise is really strong and also can sustain if they adopt the digital technology. So if they doing online marketing, if they also have a post of uh, uh, have a post, it is the payment system, and also they have online payment, and also adopt some innovation with the delivery or collaboration with the delivery food platforms. So basically after COVID-19 pandemic, during the COVID pandemic, the one who are the business who join or who use the digital services will have more sales and more income. So we also have the digital transformation in Indonesian banking. We survey a lot of banks that really we just questions how they think about the fintech and how the competition between banks and fintech, how they are how whether they are ready or not to face the digital transformation, and etc. etc. So I think we find that just to quick summary of the uh, so the perception of fintech, basically the perception of what they think about the fintech. So I think they think that in the top management at Indonesian banks understand that the digital technology has become necessity for meeting customer need right now, especially in the retail banking. They need the easy how to use and how easy the transaction is. So the OJK, or Indonesian Financial Service Authority, regulation on digital financial innovation, has encouraged several banks to initiate digital banking. So they are also implement the level of implementation of digital banking varies by a type of bank, including commercial, regional, and rural banks. So basically, banks is also try to compete with the fintech, compete with the enhancements of the technology. So they are trying to running together with also with the regulatory bodies such as the OJK and also Bank Indonesia. So they also encourage the collaboration between fintech and banking. So they are not really competing each other, but they try to collaborate and consolidate in to the banking sector. I think that was my presentation for. So we really open for the discussion after this session. Thank you very much. I will give back the platform to Pak Falik.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Putra. I learned, I myself learned a lot about the fintech from your presentation, and actually, I intended to start research on fintech. I think in 2019, but before starting, we had the pandemic, so I stopped the plan. I would interested in looking for what kind of how fintech what's that contribute to empower the small enterprises. Yeah, but I haven't done yet. So anyway, it's time for the discussion or question and answer. I give the opportunity to all participants. Please raise hand or open your mic. Let me, Professor Mbak Achin can help me if I can see on my screen, because we have 47 people in this Zoom, so my screen accommodates only a half of them. If there hasn't been a question, let me use my privilege as moderator to ask question, Pak Putra ya.
Sure, Pak.
Okay. In your presentation, you didn't mention at all about the illegal fintech. Yeah, in our daily conversation, people call it pinjol, pinjaman online. Yeah. Although I understand operates and penetrate the market and somehow shape or influence the negative perception, yeah, negative image, yeah. Oh, fintech is pinjol. Pinjol is very cruel, ya,
Yeah.
ya, and etc. So, in your view, problem with the weak regulation from financial service authority or OJK, or the government, yeah, let's say here in this case, Indonesian government has limited capacity to protect the use of technology for financial services. Or what, in as an economist and someone who work and researching on this topic, how is your opinion about what happening with pinjol? Yeah, pinjol. For those who coming from outside Indonesia, pinjol is illegal fintech lending. Yeah, thank you, Pak Putra. Time.
Yeah. It is really controversial news about this pinjol or the direct online lending. So I will move to other room if
No problem, no problem. That's
okay.
Always it's normal happen to some little kids. We understand that.
Yeah. So, wait.
Lagi rewel. Mbak Adin, please help me if someone raise hand ya, because I can see. And the next opportunity I will give to Mbak siapa? Tri Sulistianingsih. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for the question, Pak Felix. Sorry for this inconvenience. So this is yes, that things that right now is emerged is about this pinjol and also illegal pinjaman online illegals. So basically, the problem is that we cannot blame one side. So we have a survey also supported by the Indonesian Deposit Insurance. So we survey the trust to the financial institution. So basically, we have a trust to banks, trust to fintech, trust to insurance, and trust to other financial institutions. So we find that interesting things that trust to fintech is really low, and also it is in the bottom of the level of the survey. So basically, this is our homework also in our center, awareness fintech center is trying to educate how really fintech in this case have a negative sentiment in because of the the technological that cannot be really controlled by the regulator. So basically we cannot blame one side. So first, the problem it is in the financial literacy of the people in of our people in Indonesia. So basically they, people like to, have a lot of instant money. We have instant money. You just apply and get the money, and you cannot repay something like that. So this is the financial literacy of the people itself, and also the customer protection and customer regulation, customer protection and customer regulation about this fintech from the regulatory side is also weak and also not really available right now. So basically, the problem is both sides, from the people that have really low financial literacy, and also from the government that right now cannot provide really strong customer protection. And so right now we are working together with also with the regulator to increase the financial literacy and also increase the kind of the to regulate the fintech, and also for this kind of a pinjo. So this is also that the news of the fintech is really affect the development of fintech in Indonesia. So.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Pak Putra. It seems we have a question from Mbak Aning Trisulistiani.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Pak Fali. Good morning, Pak Putra. Thank you so much. So I try to summarize from your presentation that regarding the financial institution, fintech,
Financial technology.
Yes, financial technology. It's need to develop more financial literacy, digital literacy, and institutional development. In this capacity is OJK and also Central Bank, Indonesian Central Bank. So my question is, as a customer, as a customer, what should we aware about the fintech? Because fintech has positive impact. It's easy to us to achieve the funding, but also it has negative impact for customer. What we should be aware of that? Because we have to understand that the fintech is offer more interest rate, right, compared to the bank. It means that we have to pay more. Thank you, Pak.
Okay, thank you. Very useful question.
Yes, Ibu Aning. Thank you for your questions. Yes.
That's fine, Pak. Sebentar lagi, Pak. Bilang sebentar lagi.
No problem, Pak Putra. I have 3 kids, and it's happen all time. No problem.
Thank you for your question, Ibu Aning. Yes, what we should know about this fintech. First, if you want to to asking money or you want to borrow money from fintech, you need to see whether they are included in the OJK or not. First, we have one is we have 110 fintech that listed in the OJK, so they are safe. So basically, the things that first you need to know is that they are have official listed in the OJK. So that will the platform is really already passed the sandbox, regulatory sandbox, as I mentioned it before. So they will not ask your personal personal contact, personal pictures and something. They are really in this they are already in the sandbox, so they are really the system already tested and they are safe, and they will comply all the regulation. So the second one is that the things that you need to know is if the fintech cannot, if you want to borrow money, it is cannot exceed by the 2 billion rupiah or 2 million. So if you have want to borrow some more of that, so you need to go to the banks. So
Padahal penelitianmu yang kemarin itu loh, yang kamu ajuin, yang sama Latifah itu, sebenarnya itu menarik loh. Dan itu kan apa namanya literatur kan.
So the second, yes. So basically that the things that you already customer really know about this kind of the fintech. So so the next one is the
Kok diubah sedikit gitu.
if you are the investors in fintech or peer-to-peer platform, you can be an investor, you can be also the borrowers, lender and borrowers. If you are the lenders, so you can diversify your portfolio by doing investment in peer-to-peer lending, so you can know which one you want to lend the money, right? So if you put your money in, for example, in deposito in banks, you cannot know how the money goes and where the money goes, right? If in peer-to-peer lending, you will know who will use your money and how much you will receive the returns. So basically, you can measure your level of the riskiness of yourself, and also the riskiness of the institution that you will they will use your money or will lend you will lend your money to them. So basically that's the things that the customers need to know. And also I think we need to so we need to kind of see whether there is a, I think the detail is I have the details, so you can have the invoice financings, you can have the financings for customers, and also you can for the customer purposes, you can also have the financing for businesses. So these are the different things that you need also to understand, and also different platforms. That they are listed in the OJK official listed of fintech.
Thank you, Pak Putra. Any more question? I think one or two. Anyone raise hand or not? Okay. No question. But Yuyun, do you have question?
In chat, there are question in chat box.
Oh, in chat box. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There is one question from Kevalvian. Yeah. Are in UNS Fintech Center also study about decentralized finance? Lately, this become a popular topic during pandemic. So how decentralized finance the future of decentralized finance in Indonesia, will it become a threat for banking industry in Indonesia and fintech platform? Okay, I don't know anything about decentralized finance. Can you respond, Pak Putra?
Yes, sure. So basically we are not specifically studying about the decentralized finance, but we are studying about the regional obligation. So basically it is also try to see whether the government of provincial government and also municipality, and also we call it kabupaten here, they can really issue the obligation like the sukuk, like the bonds. So it's called obligation. It is called bond and sukuk. So basically the government of the provincial in the provincial level and is in kabupaten or kota level or city level, they can really now working with the Ministry of Finance to to issue the bonds, the provincial government bonds, and also it's like a surat berharga negara (SBN), but it is in the provincial level. So it is these kind of the obligation bonds, sukuk, if it's Syariah, it is in Syariah way. It is the benefit and also the function of this kind of the bonds and also obligasi daerah. It is for the infrastructure financing, and also for the building the things that really needs it is for the infrastructure, but it's not for the day-to-day operation, like the salary or something like that. So we are yes, the municipality bond issued by the Pemda, is it correct, Ibu Ani? So now we are trying to see whether this is really works or not, and how the because this is really, it is related to the money, related to the finance, so it should be also highly regulated how they use the money, and where the money will go, and also the condition of the provincial itself. It should be also discussed, because this kind of regulation will imply that all of the government will issue the bond, well, will issue the sukuk, will issue the obligasi daerah, that which cannot be underlying with the asset of the provincial itself. So because we have the rich provincial, we have the kind of the inequality in the government asset and something like that. So it would be also regulated. So we are now discussing about that kind of municipality bonds issued by the regional and also provincial level. So I would see, maybe we can see the decentralized this kind of the bonds and sukuk and something like that, to see so to see the what's to what end this would be happen. So I think that would be also interesting things to discuss and to do research in this kind of area.
Okay, if there is one, it's gonna be final question. Anyway, anyone? If no more question, we can say thank you very much to Pak Putra Pamungkas for his wonderful lecture this morning. Yeah, Pak Putra.
Yes.
On behalf of all the participant and organizing committee, we would like to express our deep gratitude for your lecture this morning. We learned a lot, and I think the topic of fintech has make this summer course on Asia's digital transformation more perfect. Yeah, please give applause to Pak Putra.
Yeah, just maybe I can have a close statement on this.
Sure,
yeah.
Of course.
Well, related to the decentralized finance, we have no really research on that, because it is decentralized finance would be called crypto and or cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and been a lot of things, that cryptocurrency things, that we are not discussing that, because it is not really official a currency right now. So the IMF, the World Banks, and also Bank Indonesia is trying to not things, and not the official statement say that they are not currency. We cannot use that one. So they don't have any underlying asset as our fiat money. So basically, this decentralized finance blockchains is the government trying to see whether this works or not right now still. So we don't really have a result and try to have a research on that. But in the future, fintech will be see the development will also try to see the currency changes with the crypto. So this is really try to a lot of, but 1 hour is not enough to discuss about this all of the things, right?
Sure,
So
sure,
I
Pak
think that's,
Putra.
thank you very much for having me. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pak Putra. Yeah, what cryptocurrency is, I think, the future topic of digital economy. And although legally it is still in gray area, yeah, between legal or illegal and etc. But it has been operating in a real economic transaction. Well, guys, let's give applause again to Pak Putra Pamungkas. And then Pak Putra, yes, thank you very much for the wonderful lecture this morning. And now we will move to the second session. And Pak Putra, you might leave the Zoom if you have another program or session this morning.
Thank you, Pak Putra.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ibu Yuyun, Pak Malik. Thank you for having me.
Sampai ketemu lagi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Guys, next the lecture will be by myself, but I think around 3 minutes to go to toilet, yeah, before starting. If you need to go to toilet too, please have your time, probably around 3 minutes. Yeah, I will be back. Okay, welcome back. Are you ready for the next session? What else? I think I can start straightforward. Yeah, no need more. What's that? No. I will. But you ask me whether I need a kind of introduction. Yes. Let me introduce myself, Pak Yuyun. Yeah. You can call me Mas Falik. Yeah. I teach at the Department of Sociology at the Faculty of Social and Political Sciences at Universitas Gadjah Mada. And I did my master and my PhD in Australia. My master was at the same university with Mbak Yuyun. Yeah, so we were at the same university when we did master in sociology at Flinders University. Yeah, the campus where Pak Priambudi yesterday, yeah, was from the same campus. And then I continued my PhD level at University of New South Wales in Canberra, yeah, the capital city of Australia. And it was finished in 2016. And then I started teaching at Gadjah Mada University. And I think, which one? Hang on. If you find my Google Scholar profile, you will see that my earlier research focus was mostly on religion, especially on Islam in relation to development issue, and I'm still working on that topic, but in the last probably 4 or 5 years, I broadened my interest into the topic of economic sociology, digital economy, and employment, or broader social policy issue. And in the sociology department of Gajah University, I'm now the secretary for master program, international master program, the double degree one. So my students study at UGM for 1 year in sociology and social policy, and continue the second year at Master of Social Policy at the University of Melbourne. So I think that's all the introduction. And next, I will start my lecture. Which one? Oh, sorry. Mbak Yuyun, can anyone see my slide or not yet?
Yeah. Your slide already.
Okay. In this session, I would like to deliver a lecture titled "Employment and the Fate of Justice in the Digital Age." Yes, this topic is somehow related to the first session delivered by Pak Aris Mundayat on Precariat, and the last session delivered by Pak Putra Pamungkas on Fintech. So I try to somehow provide a big picture what digital economy is and what it is impact to employment. Well, this is very cliche slides. Probably you already listened or saw this slide before this presentation. By providing this slide, my intention is to provide you what is digital economy. So digital economy is something happening based on a gradual invention or discovery of technology. The first industrial revolution was marked by the invention of steam engine. If you see historical books, steam engine. And the second industrial revolution was marked by the wide use of electrical energy. And then the third industrial revolution was the earlier usage of computer. And then the fourth industrial revolution was a combination of many digital devices, computer, laptop, mobile phone, and etc. in very connected way. So if we compare, what is the main difference between the fourth industrial revolution to previous revolution? The main difference is the level of prevalence, and also the rapid change that it resulted, the rapid change it produced. And then if you are interested in studying further this topic, you might download this book. I think available free on the internet. Yeah, The Fourth Industrial Revolution by Klaus Schwab. What I would like to highlight here is that Klaus Schwab in this book provide us with 3 mega trends: physical, digital, and biological. Yeah, what he call by the fourth industrial revolution in a physical sphere. Yeah, autonomous vehicle, 3D printing, advanced robotic with biomimicry. Biomimicry is a robot which can behave like human. Yeah, like smiling, and then face showing sad face, or yeah, like with psychological behavior, and new material like blue chip and anything else. And the second sphere is the digital sphere: Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, big data processing, and cloud computing. And our discussion in the summer course probably emphasizing more on this digital sphere. Yeah, and the last one is biological sphere. Yeah, it is more relevant to people who work on medical sciences, biology, nanotechnology, and etc. So, for example, there is a new discovery on synthetic biology or bioprinting. Yeah, in the past, people who suffered from skin burn, yeah, they have to take the body skin from another part of the body and then cultivate the small skin into the burning area. But now with synthetic biology, they can produce such not real skin but synthetic skin. That's the mega trend. But we need, from this slide, we need to understand that what our topic on digital economy that we are discussing today is mainly developed from the digital sphere of these 3 mega trends. And then the next slide, in this slide, I would like to provide you about the distribution of digital economy magnitude. Yeah, from this slide, the so-called global ICT ecosystem, we understand that not all countries have the same magnitude in terms of ownership, in terms of technology advance, yeah, in terms of market penetration in the digital economy. Yeah, for example, this slide is coming from this book, yeah, the new ICT Ecosystem by Martin Franzmann. This book published in 2010, not new actually, yeah, but this book can help us to develop an understanding about why we use this product from these countries and etc. For example, in layer 1, which comprising of telecom equipment, semiconductors, computer, consumer electric, yeah, the dominant player is Japan, Korea, Taiwan, and China. Yeah, for example, the company name is Apple, Acer, Toshiba, Samsung, Fujitsu, ZTE. Yeah, all are coming from those countries. Yeah, Apple is designed in California but produced in China. Yeah, in my home. In my house, I use wireless. IndiHome wireless. Yeah, and I see in front of myself here is ZTE. It's China product. Yeah, and probably you use Acer computer. That's Taiwan's product. And in layer 2, network operation. Yeah, the dominant player is China and US companies like China Mobile, AT&T, Vodafone, and etc. Yeah, China is very dominant in all Asia region, and the US very dominant in the America, and Vodafone is very dominant in Europe. Yeah, And layer 3 is software application and content. Software application and content. Yeah, the dominant player is US companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Facebook, and etc. That's all the US companies. Yeah, please think about this. And where we are, for example, you from Indonesia, Filipino, or Thailand, or other Southeast Asian countries, it seems, yeah, we are at layer 4, apps, yeah, startup, Gojek, Grab, Tokopedia, etc. What is the nature of those apps, digital apps? The nature is that those apps is reaching the end user or the end consumers. Yeah, just mediate the apps that reaching the end consumers. Or in my words in Javanese, digital economy level eceran. Yeah, layernya layer eceran. Not for, so by this explanation, if we talk about digital economy, that word might produce different association. Yeah, if we talk to Chinese businessmen, probably what implied from the word digital economy is high tech technology, high tech person, yeah, who work for large digital company and earn very very high salary. Yeah, but here if we talk about digital economy, what we have in mind is tukang ojek. Yeah, that's the difference. In probably for those studying international politics, we have another word, the so-called global supply chain and international division of labor. So this is the global ICT ecosystem is somehow related to global supply chain and international division of labor. So different layer produce different level of welfare because it produce a different level of different amount of value, added value, yeah, from the economist view, yeah, different added value. And then East Indonesia and most Southeast Asian countries focusing on layer 4. You might have another we might discuss this question, yeah, but at least I try to list the popular companies, yeah, popular services around us which match to this layer 4. Yeah, the first one is web-based micro tasks. Yeah, like a freelance design graphics who get order from Amazon Mechanical Turk, from InDesign, 99 Design, and etc. I think when I talk to my students, they are very familiar with web-based micro tasks. Transcriptor, what's that? Translator, graphic designer, and photographer, etc. They can get the job, just micro tasks, yeah, and earn small money. And the second type is location-based sharing economy, yeah, Gojek, Red Doors, the sharing economy, but it operates in a certain area, yeah. And then e-commerce, Traveloka, Shopee, Tokopedia, Bukalapak, and etc. And the next one is fintech, yeah, Dana Mas, Amarta, and etc. Those who just explained by Pak Putra. And the next one is creative content and digital self-marketing. I have a special picture here. On the left side is who? Anyone know? Pak Im Wong, yeah. Pak Im Wong, Raffi Ahmad, and etc. Yeah, this the prototype of Ria Ricis, the prototype of successful creative content. Yeah, and on the right side, her name is Hilma Anis. This is a friend of Mbak Yuyun. Yeah, she wrote a novel and tried to promote the novel by writing status on Facebook. Yeah, but he write the status only around 2 paragraphs, and the rest of the paragraph is in the novel. Yeah. Let me say in Indonesia, siapa yang penasaran baca di bab ini pada novel ini. So it's kind of the way she attract the audience or the friend of the reader of his Facebook status to buy the novel. And finally, the selling of this novel is extremely very successful. But the underlying relevance of this case to our discussion is that Hilma Anis, didn't publish her novel through well-known publisher like Gramedia, but she independently produce and print the novel and then sell independently too. So I call it as digital self-digital marketing. That's the 6th model of digital economy. And then the next part of my presentation will be, but Yuyun, if I run out of time, okay, still 10 minutes to go. And then what are the next part of my presentation gonna be what? Try to develop critical thinking on those 6 model or 6 type of job created by digital economy. Number 1, about web-based micro tasks, like InDesign, shuttle photo, and etc. It create new job opportunities. So there will be issue of job loss and job gain. Freelance, it creates the freelance and precariat class. There is an issue of subjective well-being in terms of job security, kepastian pekerjaan, social security, social protection, minimum wage, and etc. There is no minimum wage for freelance. Mostly young workers, So there is if many young workers, who just graduated from secondary school or from university came into this kind of job, so how is about their career prospect in the future, and their life dream, and etc. And the second one, sorry, let me go a bit fast, and the second one is about sharing, location-based sharing economy, like accommodation and hotel, like Red Dots, Oyo, Airi, and etc. Very supportive to tourism and ignite people mobility. But in transportation, absorbing or accommodating huge number of labor force. But there is happening the so-called de-skilling and skill trap of young workers. They do not have opportunity to climb up the ladder of career. They do not have the opportunity to earn better income. For example, if you work for a company, you must expect after 2 years I will have more salary. But if you become Gojek driver for Gojek, it's impossible to dream that after 2 years I will get higher salary. There is no opportunity. So we call it that skill trap. And another issue is no employment relation, but partnership relation, meaning no labor rights. Minimum wage, what's that? Bargaining, and etc. Labor union, and etc. And then technology mediated labor process and control, new exploitation, new alienation, and more risk and vulnerability for the workers. And then the next one for e-commerce, transforming physical mall to online mall. Ignite new entrepreneurs. This is very positive, and new sellers. But there is a domination of large corporation. Doesn't change the ownership of the ownership structure of large enterprises. as investing in technology is very costly. So we might say that many housewives can start business through opening shop in Tokopedia or Bukalapak and Extra, but in terms of business value, yeah, Tokopedia, Bukalapak and Extra is still owned by large corporation, large investor. So in terms of economic justice, there is no ownership no change in terms of ownership structure of the capitalist economy. And then related to fintech, yeah, I think I repeat again from Pak Putra, yeah. Pak Putra explained fintech is comprising, there are 6 types of fintech, yeah. But here I highlight only the payment like OVO, GoPay, etc., and crowdfunding and lending, Amarta, and etc., and capital market like Bareksa, yeah, and insurtech, insurance through fintech. In September 2019, I did focus group discussion with financial authority in Jogja, yeah, and he explained to me that there were, yeah, at that time 127 registered fintech companies, but there are much more illegal ones. Yeah, illegal one is much more. Yeah, I think more than 500 companies. Yeah, it means threat to consumer protection and to personal data protection. I think we have mentioned in this issue in Pak Putra session. And then why there is a question, why illegal fintech is so prevalent? Yeah, someone from OJK told me because 60% of Indonesians are not bankable. So they are easy target of fintech platform. What we mean by not bankable, yeah, for example, if you propose credit to bank, they will assess you whether you have regular income, you have a permanent job, you have asset as as a guarantee, what we call agunan in English, I forget, yeah, let's guarantee. And then if you do not have those 3, yeah, guarantee, permanent income, and permanent job, yeah, it's very unlikely you will get the credit. So 60% of Indonesian population are not bankable. Yeah, so they become a target of the illegal fintech. And in summary, yeah, there is a rapid growth in payment fintech, yeah, meaning consumption, yeah, but slow growth in lending and investment fintech, meaning productive sector. Like Bareksa, they grow very slowly, yeah, but fintech payment like OVO, OYO, and Extra, they grow very rapidly, yeah. OVO and GoPay, yeah, they grow very rapidly, meaning consumption. This is the picture. And then the last slide, yeah, the last slide is about creative content, creating new form of capitalism and market structure, yeah, like the musician, yeah, the musician or artist able to upload the song, the recorded song on YouTube, the one like Happy Asmara, yeah, she was someone before, or who, Jenny Caknan, yeah, but suddenly they become very popular because they upload their recorded song on YouTube and they earn Google Ads, yeah, based on the number of viewers, like, and subscribers, and also product endorsement through YouTube or to Instagram. Yeah, I would say that this new model is changing capitalism structure in entertainment industry. This is totally different from the way a singer who wish to be popular in the past. Yeah, they have to approach recording company, and it was very difficult and very competitive and etc. But now the opportunity is opening up. Yeah, everyone can get. There is an open competition through social media or digital platform. And I would like to tell you a short story about this. Yeah, but when I did a survey last year on whether young people aspire to create or to start a job in digital job, yeah, the answer is not so significant. Yeah, not many of them aspire to be starting working in digital job, because digital job in their view doesn't generate social status. Yeah, if not very successful extremely or wonderfully like Raffi Ahmad or Denny Caknan, yeah, they are unlikely, yeah, to see digital job is a dream job. Yeah, the majority of young people in my survey still aspiring to be civil servant, permanent employees, or pegawai tetap and such. And the last one, digital self-marketing. Yeah, I have a question here, which is work to create new research. To what extent does it provide opportunities for disadvantaged people, the poor, the disabled? Yeah, given the fact that in the field there is digital divide, digital discrepancy in terms of access and in terms of literacy. Yeah, I think 2 weeks ago I listened a presentation from academia from Brawijaya University, yeah, and he is himself is disabled person, yeah, person with disability, and also what the advocate of disabled issue, yeah, sorry, okay, he said that it is right that digital economy provides new opportunity for disabled people, but there is still constraint in terms of internet access and mainly internet, the affordability of internet access. Yeah, so class still matter in this case. Yeah. And digital literacy and intelligence become an important new element of human capital, like the skill in programming and social media based marketing. If you read certain report from ILO, International Labour Organization, and World Economic Forum, you will find the buzzword the future of work. Yeah, there is a very excessive, massive discussion about 21st century skill. Yeah, like what our Nadiem Makarim, the Minister of National Education, promote MBKM Merdeka Belajar, is basically to push this university student toward the so-called 21st century skill. And then the last one, affecting the position of women entrepreneurs in their gender-based relation within families. Yeah. Of course, I think I have an article, yes, telling about this. To what extent does digital economy provide housewife, yeah, to start business? Yeah, there is kind of new opportunity. In many ways, it is very optimistic. But there is, of course, a certain constraint. And then conclusion. Number one, digital transformation in economic sector has brought both positive and negative or challenging impact to employment. Yeah, the positive one created new jobs, new form of employment, new entrepreneurship opportunities, and new business model with less capital. Yeah. But the negative one, or challenges, it is more efficient, meaning less labor, and new mode of labor process and control, meaning new form of exploitation, and new structure of supply chain of goods and labor. Number two, a very strong trend toward informalization of job, not the vice versa. Yeah, in traditional economy, for the government and the people aspire to be working in formal job, yeah, informal job, like becoming permanent employees, ya, pegawai tetap, becoming government employees, PNS, and etc. But digital economy pushing our employment landscape to be more informal. Yeah, this lead to the growth of precariat. Yeah, precariat class or precarious and proletariat. On this topic, I think Pak Aris Mundayat, yeah, in the first session mentioned about the word precariat. Yeah, precariat. But in here, I try to mention briefly about the precariat versus zone of liminality. If you are interested, you can download this book. I think available on the internet. Yeah, the precariat is a work. This is the position of precariat is below the working class. If working class earn daily, weekly, or monthly income regularly because they work for a company, yeah, labor class, yeah, working class. But precariat is, in Javanese we call it serabutan. Sometimes work, sometimes not. Yeah. So precariat in many ways is below the working class. But there is a critique towards the excessive conclusion of the precariat thesis by Gary Standing from people, some scholars who work on youth transition issue, yeah, youth studies. Yeah, they say that the precariat thesis is undermining the importance of creativity. Yeah, so they propose the word zone of liminality. Liminality, yeah, liminal is kind of waiting room, yeah, or ruang tunggu. From this stage to another stage. Yeah, for example, if you graduate from university and then you have a kind of precariat job or serabutan, yeah, for a half years or for 1 year, and then finally you find your aspirate job, or finally after 1 or 2 years, finally you find your dream job. That's the so-called liminality, zone of liminality. Yeah, marginalized, precariat, and then established zone. That's the last point that I would like to highlight here. Okay, I hope we still have time for question and answer. So I give the opportunity to you all. Thank you. Please feel free to ask question or extra. We have around 20 minutes to the discussion, for the discussion. Okay, any question? Was it clear or not for you? Mas Alif, did you get my point during my lecture?
Yeah, I got it, Pak Farid.
Okay. No question.
Yeah, so please students, if you have any question.
If no question, yeah, we can move to the group discussion then. What do you think? Okay, I give you 2 minutes, guys. If there is no question, we can continue to the group discussion. We have prepared the activity for the group discussion. Okay, Mas Alif, I think we can move to the group discussion. But before that, let me explain what we are going to do for the group discussion. Okay. Later, I believe that we will have a very dynamic discussion. Sorry, this one. Okay, what we are going to do now, guys, we will have 20 minutes breakout room, yeah, and then after during the breakout room, do not forget to choose the representative or speaker from your group, yeah, who will speak about 5 minutes after the group discussion in the plenary room, yeah. And what we are going to do in the group discussion, yeah, group 1 and group 2, and please try to answer this question: why are some countries dominant in certain layers of the global ICT ecosystem? Yeah, I will share my slide to the chat room, yeah. And then group 3 and group 4, in your view, does fintech bring positive or negative impact to individuals' economy? Yeah. And group 5 and group 6, based on your observation, to what extent do young people aspire to work in digital economy? It can be your own perception, yeah, not necessarily you observe someone else, but you can raise your aspiration, your own aspiration. And group 7, do you think that digital economy is good for women inclusion in employment? Yeah. If so, how far can it go? Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will post the slide, yeah, on the chat room, and then the Mas Alif will help you to enter the designated classroom, yeah, virtual classroom. Let me let me post my slide first. Sorry, I didn't prepare it earlier. Okay, sorry, everyone. Conference. Okay, I already uploaded. It's still in the process. Okay, it's done. It's there in the chat room. You may download my slides, and then please remember the question in the last slide, yeah, of my PPT file. The question for group 1, 2 until 7. Okay, Mas Alif, if so, because we still have plenty time, we can make the group discussion in about 25 or 30. I think 30 minutes is okay. Yeah. Okay.
Before we decided into the discussion, Pak Falik, may I add some point?
Yep.
Okay. For students, I have divided into 7 groups already in the breakout rooms. We have made it for you. Please assign the group as I have mentioned to you on the email previously. So you may attend as your previous working groups. But in the middle of the session, I will, maybe since some of you were absent since day 1, I will move on to some of you into the group. So by the middle of the class, maybe some of you, for example, in room 1, if there are 7 or 8 people, while in the group 5 is only there 2 students, I will move some of the first room onto the 5 rooms. So just make a discussion, but in the middle of discussion, I will rechange and regrouping some of you into the group where the students is not quite a lot regarding to the list I have met before. Is it clear?
Yep, no problem at all.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. You can students, you can move into the group. Which group we have already divided before. So please enjoy your time and do the assignment as Pak Falek has already taught you before. Thank you. Please, students who have already opened the room, you may assign into your group which room are you working on. Somebody we have already make in the room 1 and room 2, room 3, room 4, room 5, and room 6, room 7. Yep, please. There's still only one person who have already entered the 6th room. Or for make it easier, you can rename your own by input the group where you're working on any first name. So it make it more easier for you to work.
Room 5 nggak ada isinya. Jadi cuma dua-dua kan? Oh iya, pindah. Satu jam.
Hello, so how do you join the other group rooms?
Yeah, Vivian, you may join. Sorry, you may join for in the group 7.
How though? How?
Yeah, okay, I will assign you. Wait a minute. Okay, please accept my invitation.
Nggak ada pindah.
Maybe Santa Ari Susanti, which group are you in? Okay, you already come in. Okay, udah semua ya? Udah semua ya? Oke, ini yang nggak ada room 5.
Room 5 satu jam ini.
Room 5 cuma Lina. Berarti mungkin Binti saya ganti ya, Binti Masaro saya ganti room 5-nya. Coba saya masuk ke room 5. Sorry. For the students already in the main room, Ivana, Tiara, which group are you working on?
Is the group still same like the previous activity?
Yeah, maybe you may join
Four.
in group 4. Yeah.
Yes, I'm from 4.
Okay, I will assign you into the room 4.
Yes, thank you.
And for Miss Anisha Humairah, which group are you working on? Sorry. Ini Vivi mungkin saya pindah Bu ya. Okay, thank you, Vivian. I will set you into it. Sorry, Vivian, I will move you into room 6 because in room 5 we have already 5 students. Okay, I have assigned. Please accept my invitation. Okay, thank you very much. Elo, you can continue the discussion into the group 7. It's okay for you to still in the group.
Oh yeah. Can you just help me to move in the
You may rejoin into the group 7.
Yeah, how can I even join?
Okay, let me see. Wait a minute. Is there an optional button?
Oh yeah.
Under,
Okay, I see. Okay, thank you.
yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Alhamdulillah. Oh, Binti, you have already in the main room, right? Okay, Binti, I'm sorry to disturbing you from that group 1. Maybe you may. Binti bro. Okay, Binti, you may move into the group 5. I will reassign to you, right? Please accept my invitation.
Okay, Liv.
Okay, I've already sent it. Please accept it. Okay, thank you. And for the last, Muhammad Faidlul Niam, which group are you working on? Sorry. Room 6, yeah. Am I correct? Please, Mr. Muhammad Faidlul Niam, you can join into the room 6, which we have already assigned you. And please accept the invitation so you can join directly into the room we have working on, please.
Mas Falek. Mas Falek. Mas Falek.
Grup ini nggak ada yang
Mas Falek. Oh, tinggal.
Okay, the group 7 has already done the discussion. Maybe we wait or we present it now.
Group 7, have you done your discussion?
Yeah.
Okay, it's very fast. I think okay, it's okay.
Just unmute, so the room to be here.
Sorry, Elo and fellow group 7, if you want to have another or additional discussion for group 7, it might be more pleasured because we still have 20 minutes. You may can only just come back at 11:20 if you want to have another opportunity for discussion. It will be more pleasured. If you have already done, just stay in your main room.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Group 7 maybe Nurmara and the others group 7. If you want have any additional discussion, you can rejoin to the group 7, which we have already divided you. Or if you think you are done and need no more any discussion, you can just still stay in the main room. So it maybe guys.
I think we are done because the question is, do you think the digital economy will have, I don't know, what was the question? How do you think is it for warm inclusion and plan? So how far can go? Well, we all agree.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, just keep the answer and the Pavalik will hear the certain answer of your group. Thank you.
Yeah.
Group 4, fellow group 4 guys, have you done your discussion? Ian, Arifata Toiba, Francisca, and Iwana, have you done your discussion?
Yeah. Yes,
We are
we
done.
are.
I think if you want to have another, additional time for discussion to make it deeper answer and give another perspective coming from your particular discipline, you can still have 50 minutes to go before we start the presentation. So go for, if you want to have any additional time for discussion, there are still many times. We can make the presentation at 11:20. So go for it. But if you have already decided to make it done, you can still stay in the main room. But once you consider to have another time for discussion, you may rejoin into the group 4 to make another discussion. Thank you.
I think we are good. Thank you.
Is it clear for group 4?
I think I'm clear, and I have to make a task from group 4.
Sorry, Brian, I can't hear you. Are you speaking? Oh, no.
I have a problem in signal. Maybe I will.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay, you may speak. I hear you. Or just texting on the chat and I will read it. It's okay.
We are good. Alex and also Bian helping us to take notes on Microsoft Word, so it's fine.
Yeah.
From the group 6 already finished the discussion.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Miss Anning. But if you want to have an additional time for discussion, it's already. We just have another time because we can have the discussion at 12:20. But it's you have 12 additional time to make more discussion if you want. But once you have considered you're done, you can still join in the. You can still stay in the main room.
We have wrapped it up.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Already going back.
Pak Falik, maybe the discussion will be started at 12:20. So many fellows from the group have already coming back to the main room. So maybe you can add some information regarding to the question you propose before they do their own presentation.
Sorry, what time we will start our plenary session?
5 minutes from now. It's actually 11:20.
Oh, 11:20.
Yeah, 20. Sorry for the accent. Thank you.
Hello, welcome back. Okay. The purpose of the group discussion is to explore further what we have discussed in a lecture by Pak Putra Pamungkas and by myself. So feel free to talk. You don't need to provide sophisticated answer or sophisticated explanation regarding each question. Yeah, just take your time, enjoy. This is a matter of exercising and sharing ideas, perspectives, or information. Okay, let's start with group number 1. The question for group number 1 is, why are some countries dominant in certain layers of the global ICT ecosystem? Who is representing group 1? Please turn on your camera and your video and your mic. Who?
Me.
Okay, please, Mbak.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to present about our discussion about why are some countries dominant in certain layers of the global ICT ecosystem. To answer the question, I would like to provide you with a comparison between two countries, which is South Korea and Turkey. I would like to compare about South Korean ICT system, South Korean and Turkey, and in education. I would like to give you a reason why South Korea has a better ICT implementation in terms of education than Turkey. The first argument is there's a technology gap. Yeah, I think South Korea, both countries actually have made efforts to bring ICT into an education environments, and the difference is that South Korea has had PCs and video system in the education for a long time, and the Turkey has only been recently acquired tablet PC and smart boards in the classroom setting. So there's a technology gap between the two countries. The second argument is there's a different long time of process. While South Korea has implemented the ICT system of in education for a long time, Turkey has only been using ICT for education for a while. So there's a huge process of time, and then also there's a huge business sector regarding ICT based education in South Korea compared to Turkey. This is due to the fact that South Korea is it's utilizing education 4 years before Turkey's. And then the last argument is that there's a different GDP development. As we all know that in recent years, South Korea has improved the development of the GDP because of the K-pop, and that's because of the K-pop, then the GDP development is increasing in South Korea. Thank you.
Okay, well done. Sounds very interesting exploration of the issue. Before I comment, let's move to group 2, because group 1 and group 2 have the same question. We will see what group 2 will reveal from their discussion.
Pak Fakih, Satria.
Okay, please Satria.
Hello Pak Palik. Sorry because I have in English is very bad, but I will improve that. I will start the conversation with a rhetorical sentence which may not prove true. Bill Gates says, if Microsoft doesn't hire India, then there will be new Microsoft in India. Sentence which might not prove true, but the point is India does have great potential in the world of ICT ecosystem. Okay. We start with why. In India, English is a second language, national. Maybe it's basic, but it's important to break the system in the world. Yeah. First, India have a mobil nasional, Mahindra and Tata Motors. It's good from developing country because and then India blocks TikTok and PUBG made in China, but India can make their own version. It's very, very good for me. But India is developing countries. And then many YouTube IT creators are from India and they're able to solve problem. Yes. And then India has their version of Silicon Valley is important because ecosystem startup in India, the biggest grown in the world. Yeah, okay, Pak. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Satria. It was very important, important side from the topic. Yeah, I didn't mention at all about India. Yeah, and what I can say about India is that in the book I show you the ICT global system, India was not mentioned as a significant country in the global ICT ecosystem, but currently we see that India is one of the most important producer in terms of human resources. Yeah, so we find a lot of people from India or the Indians working in the ICT sector in Indonesia, in Singapore, in the US, in Europe. Yeah, 2 years ago, in 2018, I visited Gojek headquarters in Jakarta. Yeah, and I met around 20 or 25 expert staff in IC development, the Indian people. Yeah, but I can say that India is in the beginning phase of developing its ICT industry within their own country. Yeah, because I think, I don't know the percentage, but it seems that most people with ICT skill from India working outside their country, working overseas, like in America, in the US, or in Europe, or in Singapore, and etc. Yeah, they feel many jobs available out of their own country, but the growth of ICT industry in their own country is still in the beginning. If we compare India with China or Korea, it's still behind those new emerging countries in terms of ICT development. But India is still worth to look. Yeah, in the future of ICT development. Thank you, Satria, for raising this point in your presentation and group discussion. And let me comment a bit to group one, yeah, as represented by Mbak Dini, yeah. In the book, I show you what's the call, the ICT ecosystem or something. Oh yeah, this is the book. I have the hard copy. Oh, it's because the the virtual background, it's hard to show you the book, yeah. The underlying reason why certain countries is very strong in certain layers of the ICT ecosystem is because their long-term investment in certain in certain production chain of the ICT. Yeah, for example, Google, Amazon, and what else? Microsoft, yeah, have been there probably from the beginning of 80s or 1980s or 1990s. So ICT industry is the industry that need to be started from what? Step-by-step technological development. Yeah, not one night industry, ya, nggak bisa diciptakan hanya dalam waktu semalam. So yeah, it's starting, for example, in the Android system. Yeah, we remember in early 2000 we had mobile phone with function only for calling, yeah, voice calling and what's that, short message text, yeah, or SMS, and then it's step by step improving into what's the so-called smartphone, Android or iPhone technology now. So I think that's happened also in China. Yeah, the hardware manufacture industry in China starting from step by step, not in one night. I think the group one has pointed about what's that? The timeline of technology adoption and technology development is very correct. And that's also affecting what's that? The spread of technology adoption by the people. Yeah, technology adoption by the people. As group one provide an example how the adoption of the technology in education sector. Yeah, it's cannot be done in only 1 month or 1 year. Yeah, we need to a country who wish to adopt the technology, they have to do it step by step. And the last point that very important from group one is about GDP. Yeah, I'm not sure yet whether GDP affect the technology, I mean the advancement of country technology, yeah, or the vice versa. Yeah, the technology advancement of a country will affect the GDP per capita. Yeah, that's probably an economist can answer this question better than me. Yeah. But your point that the development of technology and the development of cultural industry like K-pop in Korea, they are going hand in hand, yeah, between the technology, digital technology, and the cultural industry, K-pop, and in terms of movie and music and etc. That's the correct thing. Probably any comments from other groups or any of you?
Can I just have input?
Sure.
So I think in South Korea, so we know that they're one of the leading countries for ICT. I think it's because of their history. So right after the Korean War, South Korea tried to develop into an industrialized country because they have the chaebols. So the chaebols are the top families, the top percentile families in South Korea, who were able to invest on companies such as on local companies or local industries, which help them develop into what country, into like an economic power country today. So now we have the Samsung, we have the LG, the Hyundai. Yeah, so that's my input.
Thank you, Vivian. Are you from South Korea?
No. I just had studied East Asian history back in my college years.
Okay. Where are you from? Sorry.
I'm from Philippines.
Okay. Thank you, Vivian. Yes. Guys, Vivian mentioned about the word chaebol. It's similar in Indonesia as conglomerate. Yeah. In Indonesian we call it conglomerate. Yeah. Chaebol. That's a very important word if we study about the history of industrialization in Korea, yeah, in South Korea, yeah. And another important country, very small but very significant player in ICT ecosystem is Taiwan, yeah, or Chinese Taipei, yeah, China Taipei or Chinese Taipei, yeah, Taiwan. They have a very long history in manufacture industry. Yeah, the first product that going spread everywhere in the world from Taiwan was bicycle. Yeah, and then if not mistaken, yeah, bicycle, and then with the adoption or the development of new technology, they are very successful in produce laptops and PC. Yeah, and also the semiconductor. Yeah, Taiwan. That's very, very interesting to study about the global supply chain of ICT as well as the international division of labor. If you are a social scientist, you might be interested in the topic of international division of labor, because international division of labor is affecting the level of welfare of the workers. Yeah, for example, the high-tech workers of high-tech industry in China must earn much better than the workers of ojek online, yeah, Gojek drivers in Indonesia. They work in digital sector, but in different level of division of labor. Yeah, that's a very important idea in understanding this complex issue of digital economy. Anything else? If not, we can move to group 3 and 4. Okay, group 3.
Okay, group 3.
Okay, yes. Let me overview the question. Group 3 and 4 have discussed the question. Yeah, the question was, in your view, does fintech or financial technology bring positive or negative impact to individuals' economy? Okay, time is yours. Group 3.
Okay, group 3. Thank you. Most of our members maybe have the bad experiences about fintech, but two of us probably already interesting to another fintech like Bibit, and then they share to us that okay, we may have bad experiences, but still we don't afraid about the future thing about fintech. So they adjust us to just read about technology about Bibit or Ajaib, and then okay, most of us in the group 3 already think that we may have bad experience, but we never stop to learn about the good thing about fintech. Thank you.
Okay, who was speaking? I can't see you. Who was speaking?
I'm sorry. Currently, I can perform myself on cam because I got
Yes, yes. What's your name?
Chicken small. Pak Levi.
Oh, Pak Levi. Okay, thank you. Pak Levi Anita. Yeah. Thank you. So, okay, let us move to group 4 first.
Hello, Professor.
Francisca.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I represent for group 4. So here, yeah, as we know, fintech bring positive and negative impact to our life aspect, and then since now we are connected to the internet network for all aspect in our life, so I think technology offer us efficiency and effectivity. So technology provide automatic system which doesn't involve humans, and we think it give us a high degree of efficiency and service quality. And then since the fintech exists in our life, it will help us it easier for us to do the transaction, to do all the things about financial things. We can do transaction like transfer money or payment or anything about financial stuff everywhere and every time. And then since we are using that digital bank, and then most of us saving our money on that digital bank. So we think it minimizes the criminal such as robbery, those kind of things. And then for the negative impact, some people or institution using this technology existence for their own benefit. People who are not wisely or carefully enough are possible to get scammed. And then we don't know about what will happen in the future, right? And then if we are saving our money using those fintech things, using that digital bank, I think it will possible we lose more money once financial crisis happen. So for example, for instance, like pandemic happen, and then some institution maybe will hold those money, like, they are not responsible for the money that we save in that digital bank. And then also for positive impact, I think since now digital bank are going booming, and then more and more company create the app, like for as the group 3 mentioned before, Ajaib, and then Barexa, and those app. I think it provide more future for us to earn something. For example, we can learn about investment things from that app, and then basically we can learning by doing that. So I think it's an effective way for us to learning something. Yeah, thank you. That's all.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Francisca. Before I comment, any one of you want to comment on what raised by group 3 and 4? Anyone? Okay, if not, I would like to give my short comment on this topic, on this question. Yeah. Yes, when technology is adopted in a way, yeah, that it maximizes the effectiveness and efficiency of the financial of the business process in financial sector, yeah, as has been explained by Pak Putra this morning, that of course there is a lot of opportunities and advantages we can gain from the process, yeah. But the problem in the field, as Pak Putra said, the main problem is what's that? Financial literacy and technology literacy among the people. With low financial and technology literacy, there is a broad opportunity for illegal players, to do the scam, to do the unregulated, unfair lending, and etc. So our challenge, I think, in Indonesia, that's because, as I mentioned in my slides, 60% of Indonesian people are actually not bankable. Meaning they are unable to access the credit from the official or the legal bank. 60%. That's a huge number. And then when the illegal fintech coming, they are easily targeted. I'm curious, what about in other countries? I'm inviting those coming from overseas to comment on this issue, whether the situation is the same or better. Anyone want to share the story? Vivian, do you have the issue in Philippines?
I'm sorry, what again?
About the illegal fintech and fintech itself. Then positive and negative impact to the people.
I'm not aware, but I think there's a lot of financial technology here who use online for scams or for illegal donations. I think I am aware of. I'm not sure the other issues.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Vivian. Yes, but I assume that let's say, all developing countries with with massive use of internet access, but with low literacy in terms of technology and finance, will have the same problem as what happened in Indonesia. And then the important issue related to fintech is that the efficiency and effectiveness of fintech doesn't lead to investment. But there is an opportunity for those who with good literacy to learn something new, especially in investment. I think there are some platforms on the internet using digital apps, providing opportunity for us to learn the investment. Like in Indonesia we call it dana reksa or something like that, and also investment in the share saham, or in the bond is like surat hutang. Okay, thank you. Any comment? Do you want to comment, Mbak Aning? Yes.
Yes, can I add a bit, Pak ya? For us as a customer candidate for fintech, I think one of the very important thing for us to self-assessment our risk profile. Are you a kind of the low risk profile, high risk profile, or medium risk profile? And if you do the transaction in fintech, not for the investment in a real project, you just doing for trading, you have to realize that you will lose. Okay, you will lose your money, and you have to make a stop loss when you have to stop. Okay, and you have to create your your target profit, then you take it. I think that need a discipline. But for the pinjol, I think the high risk is on the people that become the lender. not the borrower, because of pinjol is less assessment on risk of the customer, of the debitor, so it will create the high risk for the lender. So for you that want to lend your money, place your money in pinjol, you have to realize that there is certain condition that it will lose. In trading, there is a term that high risk, high return, low risk, low return.
Yes.
So that's keep in mind for that. Thank you so much, Pak.
Okay.
Vale.
Yeah, thank you, Mbak Aneng. Yeah, it was spot on this question. Okay, let's move to the next question. Yeah, we have to stick on the time. Group 5 and group 6. Yeah, the question was based on your observation. Yeah, to what extent do young people aspire to work in digital economy? Yeah. Group 5. Who is going to talking? Hello.
Group 5.
Yes. What? Please mention your name first.
Okay. In there, I share or discussion about the.
Hello. Your voice is very low. Can you rise up?
Yeah. Okay. Hearing me, Pak?
Yes. Better.
Yes. In our opinion, yeah, about what extent do young people aspire to work in the digital economy? Young people are more dominant in entering the digital economy because they are closer to technology in their activities than older people. And we think that young people are starting to penetrate the digital world through social media applications. So far, many creators have found content from young people. Of course, their goal is to become famous and increase their social status. And the term celebgram, celeb TikTok, YouTuber, and others appear, and it has become a new type of work in Industry 4.0. And many startup founder is young people like Ahmad Zaki, founder Bukalapak, and YouTube.com, as founder his wife Dia Putri, and in Yogyakarta like Dinner Academy, founder is Alamanda Sandika. And young people are more familiar with technology. So, in our opinion, young people can aspire to work in the digital economy. Thank you. I'm sorry to my speaking is not good.
Yeah, that's fine. But your voice was very low, so I try to listen. Okay. Was it Lina Lutfiana?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Lina. Okay. Then I give the opportunity to group 6, please.
Me again, Pak Fali, as the representative of group 6. Aning, Pak Fali.
Yes.
Okay. Regarding the question, we try to ensure that digital transformation lead to the digital economy, and it definitely increased the youngster interest to be part of it. It is because of the digital economy provides some advantage like flexibility in time and place, and also it creates new interesting job that never exist before in our parents' time, like in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, as you previously said, like in data science, cyber security, and it means that it provide wider option for them to choose, and also it give the wider option in terms of which payment They don't have to wait the salary payment regularly, monthly, or maybe in harvest time for the farmer. But also it raised a concern among us in group 6 that the digital transformation create young dependency on digital. So they may choose the jobs that familiar to them related to the digitalization. What's the effect? It will create the highly turnover to company because the youngsters tend to and easy to move to another company, and it's also because of the changing of work culture habits. And we also agreed with the group 4 before that influencer celebgram is one of the factors why the youngster aspired to enter the digital economy, because the celebrity make digital economy as a money machine that easily to get the money. And I have discussed also with Vivian, and it's similar happen in Filipina, Indonesia, that the youngster less interested to be a farmer. For Indonesia context, we know that the farming is the third biggest contributor for our economy. But the problem is the youngster is less interested because the income is relatively low, and also it less prestigious because it's a dirty job and something like that. Thank you, Pak Fali. That's all from us. Maybe Vivian can add. Thank you.
Yeah, do you have more something to say? Okay, that's yes, thank you. As I noticed from both group 5 and group 6, number 1 is that digital economy provides new type of job. Yeah, if I think there is a buzzword, the name is the future of work or job of tomorrow. Yeah, if you googling, you find with the word job of tomorrow, you will find a report from World Economic Forum or ILO, yeah, job of tomorrow, and it is embedded and non-embedded, complemented with the concept of 21st century skill, yeah, hard skill, soft skill, and etc. And in many part of the world, yeah, the education system is moving or orienting towards what the so-called 21st century skill. Yeah, but I can share my own experience in doing research in this issue. Yeah, last year I did online survey to 800 fresh graduate, yeah, university fresh graduate, yeah, from 16 universities located in 4 cities in Indonesia. Yeah, but the finding was surprising. Yeah, one of the question was, do you aspire to work in digital sector? Yeah, digital job is only number 4 on number 3 or number 4. Yeah, the top list is still civil servant. Yeah, and the second list, yeah, the second list is permanent employees or pegawai tetap. Ya, pegawai swasta tetap. And then if not mistaken, number 3 and number 4, one is digital sector, and another one is working in trading sector, ya, perdagangan. So and sorry, number 1 was PNS, yeah, and if we there is all in term of sector, the strongest one is education sector, yeah, working in education sector and working in government sector. That's still above the digital sector. Yeah, it's me. And after the survey, I did some interviews with selected respondent of the survey. And then I still remember I did the interview by myself with a graduate from a private university in Jogja. I asked him, after graduating, what are you doing now? He was a graduate from ICT major, yeah. And he explained to me that he worked as a freelance, as a video editor, web developer, and etc. So the main point, he can earn money, yeah, from that issue. But then I asked, is that your final career dream? He said, no. So what's your final career dream? If there is an opportunity, I will apply as government sector or teacher or lecturer. Why? Yeah, he said that that's easier to explain to our prospective parent-in-law. Ya, lebih mudah dijelaskan ke calon mertua. So from that snapshot, yeah, I argued that in Indonesian context, yeah, profession or job is not only about earning money, but there is aspired social status. Yeah, if that's the fact, yeah. So in discussing the issue of digital job and the future of what's that digital job in Indonesia, etc., it is not only about economic opportunities, but there are many cultural cultural aspects surrounding this issue. Yeah, this is the fact that from sociological view, this is very interesting finding. Then now I continue this project by exploring about the ecosystem of creative and digital job among young people. And yes, so in conclusion, yeah, there is new opportunity in terms of the type of job, yeah. But at the same time, there is kind of a contestation between the old perception about job and the future opportunity about job. Yeah, in Indonesian I can say ada tarik menarik antara persepsi lama tentang pekerjaan, ya, dengan peluang di masa depan. Ya, this is a sociological dimension of this issue. Thank you anyway for group 5 and 6. And next, let's move. It's 12 already, so we have to move to the last group 7. The question was, do you think that digital economy is good for women inclusion in employment? How far can it goes?
Okay. For our group, we all agree that the digital economy is good for employing women. I mean, for my opinion, it depends because all the group works from Asia and just me from Europe. But I think it depends the kind of economy. I mean, maybe for there are a lot of European countries have already employed job for women before the pandemic, before the growth for digital economy. But I think, for example, it's important to understand what is digital economy, because sometimes every country has different digital economy. We cannot compare, for example, Italy digital economy with Asia digital economy. We have the different background. For example, one example was about food. For example, in Italy, we don't use, or we try to not use like takeaway food, because we like to go to restaurant that consume the food in the restaurant. And it's very unusual we take food like Indonesia, like takeaway or bungkus lah. So, but during the pandemic, this was really changed, because other people for it they try to take food takeaway. So many Italian people grow up like go food, but in Italian version. So this was like a growth of digital economy in this sense. But for my opinion, there is increase of women in digital economy? I think no. If you look at the data in Europe, there is, especially in South Europe, there is many women have lost their job. Many women have lost the job because they stay in the house. And even if they work, there is it means like they work, they to choose to work or stay in the house with their children because the school was closed. So the option was stay home. I work, stay home and the children, or I lost my job and stay with my children. So both, I mean, it was a complicated situation. And unfortunately, the victim was the woman. So in my opinion, digital economy in this context that almost based on patriarchy system can help the woman. I mean, we need to remake the social structure of the society for make an equal system both between women and men. This is my opinion. Digital economy on aspect of the woman. So just digital economy can help women? I think no, because I mean, if you say yeah, you can work online, but how far you can work online? I mean, you still under the some who, and some who maybe at the men. So the problem of women will be when equal woman and men will be equal level also in a company, and this still not happen. If you look at that, maybe there are more men are CEO or they are leader, and I mean the employee are the woman. So the problem is, I mean, in the structure of how the structure the economy, the society. So this is my opinion on this.
Okay, well done, Anilo. Yes, thank you, Anilo. If I can underline what Anilo said, that the inclusiveness of digital economy toward women, it depends on the type of job, yeah, within digital economy. Yeah, it seems that women are able to gain new opportunities in digital economy in retail sector, yeah, or in the form of small and medium enterprises, like produce small scale clothes in Jogja, probably batik. Yeah, I think I have a neighbor who is very successful in selling their batik product, the called Sogan. Yeah, she doesn't have a store. Yeah, just only selling the product through Facebook and Instagram, but she can sell a lot of volume and employ, I think, around 40 workers. Yeah, so but it is still small and medium enterprises in terms of the scale of the industry. But
I think, sorry, can I say, I think we need to say also the difference between, I mean, in not all the country you can do this. I mean, in Italy you can just send online. You need to have the permission for the government and so on. You need to pay the taxes on. So I mean, for this I say it depends in which country you live. In Indonesia, it's very easy to test. You just take a commission online. You can sell. A lot of people, I know this. I mean, it's quite easy. In Italy, in another country, it's very complicated because you need to get the permission, buy tax, and so on. Or your job will classify like black job. I mean, you can go to jail for this. So it's complicated. Another thing I think is very important to say is that many women classify themselves by, say, if I have a house, say rumah tangga is not classified like a job. This is another problem that make a woman in a different level to compare to men. For example, there are two problems, especially in the developed country, the country where the religion is a correlation to the policy. We see that first of all, rumah tangga is always the woman, and rumah tangga is not a job. I mean, you don't have money for rumah tangga, and it's a very patriarchy system, of course. And this make this block the employment of the woman. If I take another example for North Europa, we have the many father housekeeping. I mean, papa rumah tangga. This is the normal the normal day view of a family. I mean, it's not mandatory the woman to stay home. And in some countries, the woman or man give money because they're home for a rumah tangga job. So it's specifically like a job.
Yeah.
But if you just say you stay home and you need to keep watch your baby or stay clean the house, but you don't have any pay. I mean, it's just it's just I want to say stop. I mean, keeping. I mean, I want to say like a slavery.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you get the point.
Okay, yeah, good point. Thank you, Anilo. I just realized from your information that different countries have different regulation in terms of freedom starting business or selling small product through social media. Yeah, in Indonesia we have very loose regulation. Yeah, very loose regulation in that. I remember, I think in many developed countries, the regulation on starting a business, selling product to the public, or that's very highly regulated. Yeah, especially related to the tax regulation. Yeah, but in Indonesia, that's very loose. Yeah, everyone can start everything. Thank you, Anilo. I learned important point that the regulatory landscape of a country affecting the opportunity. I think that's important point that I get from your presentation. And also, what else? I think another thing related to women is that my context is always Indonesia. Yeah, in Indonesia, with this new landscape of opportunity, there is kind of new gender negotiation between men and women. Yeah, because I think I have a student working on this issue. She wrote in her thesis that with the opportunity provided by digital platform, some women who previously just housewife, yeah, can start a business, and at the same time she can still maintain her job as housewife, yeah, doing household chores and look after the children and etc. So from the perspective of gender topic, this is new opportunity to explore how the gender balance and gender negotiation within the family resulted by the digital economy as a new opportunity for the women. I think that's all. It is 12:13. Yeah, we must close our session. Anything else before I close, Mbak Yuyun or Mas Alif? Probably announcement or something else?
I think enough, Pak Falik.
Okay, thank you guys. I will not summarize our today's session, but at least we learned a lot from Pak Putra and from our discussion that digital economy is not a small topic. Yeah, it is wide topic. You are for example, you are coming from international relation department, public policy department, economics, communication, etc. It's still relevant to talk about this topic. Yeah, sociology. Yeah, it's still relevant to talk about this topic. We have the issue of global supply chain, international division of labor, data protection, gender, and young people and employment. This is very wide topic. Yeah, very broad. Yeah, very challenging. And for you who are wishing to pursue higher degree of education, this is a very potential topic in the future. Well, thank you very much. for having me for the whole day. Yeah, and have take rest today. And I will be back in the last day. I think tomorrow will be with Mbak Ita. Yeah, and then the day after tomorrow will be with me again. Thank you very much today and good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Pak.
Ya, makasih. Sorry ya, tadi wifi mati.
Yes.
See you tomorrow. Thank you, Pak Falik.
Ya, sama-sama.